Hello, salam, bonjour, vanakom. It's a privilege for me to be here on behalf of Prime Minister Trudeau on this traditional territory that the first peoples of this land have taken care of for generations upon generations. Like the Mississaugas of the New Credit, this land that affords settlers like me opportunities like this to stand before you on this very special occasion, your 11th annual gathering. Happy Pongal. It is very inspiring for me to be here, but I'm only here because my honorable colleague, Gary Anandasangari, who serves many communities, including the Tamil community, wasn't able to be here. He's at Captain Gus Dalton's funeral, but he sends his regards, and of course his ongoing advocacy makes Canada and our communities better. In trying to do justice to this very important gathering, I try to think about the occasion for which we have come together. A festival celebrating a harvest may not be as relevant for our daily lives as people who live in urban communities, but there's something about a harvest that brings communities together like it has tonight. A harvest is about planting seeds and nurturing them and taking into account external conditions and mitigating for them, and then reaping the rewards of those seeds. And I was thinking about the seeds and the contributions that Tamil Canadians have and continue to make to the fabric of our society. And those seeds have been harvested when you have the first sitting Prime Minister participate in Tamil community events. He shows up wearing traditional regalia and takes part in ceremonies, and he pushes for the recognition of accountability and peace and security of women as part of the work that's happening and needs to continue to happen on the island. Your work and the seeds you've planted are apparent in the unanimous vote in the Parliament of Canada to designate an entire month to recognize the contributions, the culture, and the values that Tamil Canadians continue to bring to Canadian communities each and every day. And Gary Anandasangari was an incredible champion for ensuring that that was successfully moved through the House of Commons. And of course, something to be celebrating and recognizing is when the Premier of Ontario, Kathleen Wynne, comes to a gathering like this, when Minister Kirsty Duncan comes to a gathering like this, when the Prime Minister takes part and Gary does everything that he can. And I see Rob Oliphant here, and Selma Zahid, an MP, is here, and MP-elect Jean Yip is part of this gathering. All of us are here because of the seeds you've planted and the contributions that you continue to make. And that's a lot to be proud of, because the Tamil diaspora is relatively new for our country's history, and yet here you are. Your sons and daughters are contributing positively. They're making our communities better, and they're leading in very important ways. And they're teaching me. I've learned about the mothers of the disappeared. I've learned about mothers who, come this February, will mark a year of vigilance and activism to ensure that there is accountability and justice for their husbands and their sons and their daughters. And they inspire me. They inspire me in the same way that women who marched today at Nathan Phillips Square inspire me, and they're a reminder that our work is not done. And for all that the Tamil Canadian diaspora has contributed to Canadian society, I think we haven't seen it all yet. And so a seed I hope I can plant with you here tonight so that we may harvest in a very near future the fruits of. Your daughters and your sisters and your mothers demonstrate resilience and leadership every single day. Let's see more of that in Canadian politics. Let's celebrate Tamil Women Rising as an initiative that can bring us all together and make Canada even better. And let's make sure that Canada reaches its full potentials when women in Tamil Canadian communities do too. And so with that, I'll say Nandri. Thank you very much for including me in your gathering. Until we meet next time.